Nityananda, Nityananda. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Raghunath, Raghunath, Rupa, Rupa, Raghunath. Raghunath, Raghunath, Rupa, Raghunath. Raghunath, Raghunath, Rupa, Raghunath. Rupa, Raghunath, Rupa, Raghunath. Raghunath, Raghunath, Rupa, Raghunath. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. My opinion is you should be chanting with us. That's my opinion. Hare Krishna, then we talk later. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. We're listening to the chanting. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. I'm talking to the guy on there. There's a guy asked a question. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna. No, it's actually good that Anas asked a question. It's good inquiry. So we'll get to that in a little bit. You just have to just a little more relish, a little more A little more food. A little more food. He's got to eat a little bit more. Almost there. Almost there. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. My little Krishna inside, he's really hungry today. He needs a little extra food. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Oh my Lord Sri Krishna, oh my Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya, oh my Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya, oh my Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh my Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya, oh my Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Uh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vinda. You are what you believe in. You become that which you believe. You become that which you are. Wait here. You are what you believe in. You become that which you believe. You become that which you believe. What is your opinion? Uh, hmm, good question, actually. Hmm. Yeah, that's exactly. Hmm. That's exactly how it works. You become what you believe. So Maya, the way Maya works is she gets you to believe in what you're not. See, Maya, it makes you believe that you're this body, material body, instead of it being like a temple for the spirit. See, so that's what the Bhagavatam is, to get us to believe in eternal reality. See, it already exists. It was never created. Eternal reality has always existed. So that's why the Lord comes here with his devotees. And the scriptures are that. Scriptures are about eternal reality. See, and so yeah, it's a thing about believing. That's why the Bhagavatam and the devotees, they preach eternal reality so that you can become to believe that you're spirit. And that's not, see, people, they're playing around with this belief thing, with the in the world, and most people still know who they really are. See, the Bhagavatam does. The Bhagavatam preaches we're spirits and we're related to the eternal spirit, the Lord, God. Scriptures all more or less proclaiming that. With some are more clear than others about this situation. That's why I like the Vedas. The Vedas are the most clear I've found about who we are in our relationship to spirit and how to act in that relationship. So people, they're using that. Say, let's use the demons. The demons are programming people to believe in certain ideologies, ideas, conceptions, and they're not very good. Oh, you're a transgender. You're this, you're that. This is all programmed. And people listening, and they're believing they are these things. It's like their father and mother, the government, the politicians. Maya basically is like the father and mother of mankind. They it's like people are just, they're just not so, they're, not so intelligent, less intelligent. They believe in Maya. They're caught up in this. It's because we need to be taught. We need to be nurtured. We need to develop. But not everybody is ready to be, you know, to be set free. So Maya is like a teacher too. The lessons are hard. The lessons are very painful usually because she's not a perfect teacher. It's just like you saying, we have parents, right? You notice a lot of them are conditioned. They bring their ignorance in from generations. We kind of inherit that curse of ignorance from our parents. They teach us, right? And we get conditioned sometimes where parents are good, sometimes not so good, sometimes not good at all. There are all these different things. So people are believing so many things. Even as children, we're being programmed by our parents and our teachers, and all this stuff is going on. But all that is about the world. See, all that is usually, unless you got Vaishnava parents or religious parents, they teach you about God a little, and what they teach you what they know. See, but ultimately, you get a bona fide spiritual master when you're ready to be delivered. See? And the bona fide teacher teaches you about your eternal relationship, that you're a spirit soul, but not only your spirit soul, but your spirit soul related to the supreme spirit. Kind of like the American Indians. They said there's spirits and then there's the great spirit. See, all systems, you notice that's why the American Indians, the chiefs, or not the chiefs, the shamans or whatever, they're usually a little more intelligent than the others because they worship in spirit. Okay? They believe in the supreme spirit. That makes you actually more intelligent. Even on the Vita level. On the Vita level, you believe in the supreme spirit. Maybe you don't know it very well, okay? But still, it makes you a little more intelligent than people in the world. Okay? Um, so it's a very interesting topic, actually, because like the demons, they have intelligence. Matter of fact, they become controllers. The demons and the demigods are the controllers of the universe. Did you know that? Nobody think you only the demigod. Well, right now in our world, the demons are more in control. The demons are more in control, and as you develop in consciousness, and you're on your way out, especially more identified with spirit, you see, oh, I see, the mode of ignorance and passion is more in control. Oh, look at these guys are hypocritical, not just a little hypocritical, but a lot. You know, these persons are trying to say they're helping me, but they're actually trying to kill me. Literally, they're really, there's a war against humanity right now. They're wiping people out. I know it's a shock, but that's what's happening. It's genocide right now. And if that bothers you, well, it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. The world is being depopulated. That's just what's happening. It's covert. They're doing it, in a very sly, covert way. They give you injections, and they're, chemtrails and poisoning your food and stuff like that, and putting needles in your pills, in your capsules, and all kinds of crap. That's just what they're doing. And on the outside, oh, everything is rosy, everything is nice. Oh, it'll all go back to normal. Anyway, so what do you do now in these kinds of times? Well, you could fight it, spend all your energy fighting that. Or if you're a fighter, you can fight that, but also develop your relationship with spirit. That's what we do here. See, our relationship with spirit and following the path of Lord Caitanya, which is really wonderful. Associate with his devotees and do Sankirtan. This is Sankirtan here, chanting the holy name together, increasing our understanding of who we are in our relationship with spirit and acting in that relationship and deepening that and making that more natural and normal. Oh, wow. Isn't that interesting? This is the new normal, my friends. It's not that. That's not the new. That's all temporary stuff. These governments come and go. These so-called new normals that they want to create. This is a demoniac thing, and they put a lot of energy. They've been working on this for generations, and all this is their heyday. But it never works. It can't, because it's material. It's not meant to work. Nothing works in this universe perfectly. Even the demigods, after they having a good time because of their piety, are sent back down here to finish up, to figure it out. We're here. We figured it out, man. And figuring it out more and more, how to make more and more people connected to spirit, who they really are, and that's eternal. So yeah, we're here to get you to believe in spirit, and it's not from my speculation. It's from the truths, the eternal truths of the Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Lila. Your spirit, and we're related to the supreme spirit, and acting in that capacity gives great feelings of happiness beyond this world, ecstatic, rapturous. You become enraptured in loving God. Okay? That's what we're here to help people believe in, but not just blindly. You believe in it. I believe in it because I relish it. I experience it every day. Oh yeah, that's why I believe. I don't like blind belief. No, no. Yeah, blind belief is the world programming you. Materially motivated people programming you. See, and you become blind from that programming. See, you blindly believe in these things. That's why you see they made television. Let us tell you, little children, adults, we've conditioned you, sit in front of the television. Let us tell you a vision of what we want you to perceive. Even some people in our song that probably still watch that piece of shit. If you do, take a hammer and break that damn thing. And if you think, oh, I can't do, I'm so attached. Well, there you go, man. They got you. So keep coming here and we'll free you from this, from the truth. The truth will set you free from being told a fucking vision from this thing. That's Maya, is illusion. It's trapped you. It's trapped so many people. That's why it was created. You think it was created for entertainment? It was created to program people into the way that Maya wants people to think. People serving the illusion, to put you more and more in illusion, to trap people. See? So you come here, right? We're telling you a vision. Now, is this, you got to ask yourself, you got to become intelligent. Is this vision, because you're watching like a television, right? You're watching a guy, a talking head right here speaking to you. But what is he telling you? Yeah, I'm telling you a vision. But you can check this vision in the Bhagavatam. This vision has been extolled and respected and honored and worshiped by the greatest persons I ever believed in: Jesus Christ, Moses, great prophets, Saint Francis, Rupa Goswami, Sanata Goswami, Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta, all the great, pristine persons have believed in this vision of these scriptures. I trust this more than that thing that's in everybody's house. Hey, Maya. There you go. Maya. That's what Maya. You get the middle finger. Yeah, the Bhagavatam tells it, frees us from everything. That's why I love it so much. That's why I love Chaitanya Charitamrita even more, because it even clarifies more. Tells you who is a real spiritual master. This is the problem, man. You've had teachers, your parents were your teachers, the teachers in school, but they're less intelligent. Okay? They're not so intelligent. They do the best they can for what they got, right? The deck they've been dealt, but they're not self-realized. And then you got religion. Tell you also a little bit about God and everything, but they also are not perfect, and these religious leaders, they have material motives and they don't know about transcendental mellows and love of God. They may preach it, but they don't relish it. They don't taste love of God. So they're still less intelligent. See? And ultimately you get a Rupa Goswami, no, a Shukadev Goswami, or somebody empowered by the Lord's transcendental potency. And then they teach you what is real religion. See, the real religion is truth as it is, not as you want to twist it so you can profit from it materially. No, as it is. See? And this stirs the spirit of who you really are inside a devotee. You find out, oh, it's about worshiping in truth and in spirit, the spirit of bhakti, devotion, love, true love, spontaneous love. So that stuff you learned in ISKCON, give respect and honor, to devotees, and love. Well, it's a kind of, but you can increase that. It's called spontaneous love. It's pure love. Otherwise, it's like Lalita was mentioning, it's a little bit hypocritical. Oh, Prabhu, we're supposed to do this. And then on the side, that could be a little bit improved, or a lot improved. And that's what we do here. Here, spontaneous love is very pure. It comes from the depths of the spirit, rises up. See, the arising. See, Lord Caitanya, he says, unless Krishna rising in the heart, I'm not interested. This is high class. This is topmost. This is where you get to really know Lord Chaitanya, what he likes. He loves the arising of ecstatic love. If you don't care so much about that, okay, well, there's a lot of teachers out there of religion, Vaidhi Bhakti and ceremonies and respect like that. If that's good enough for you, great. But if you want spontaneous, if you like the arising of Krishna in the heart, ooh, is that attractive? You like that? How Lalita chants and Johan? Ooh, that's what we teach here. It's very pure, very purifying, very, very unique, different. No, that's why people look at that. Invite gurus look at what we do here and they go, "What's going on there? What's going on?" They don't even know themselves. Unbelievable, huh? That's how deep this is. We're interested in what Lord Chaitanya was interested in. We're teaching what he was teaching. It's a time. Prabhupada ordered me. Oh, yes. Yes, do more of that. What was I doing? Teaching these things. That came from this arising of Krishna in the heart over and over again. Ooh, 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 ooh. See, it's a hollowing out process. And then, the Lord plays his song more, better. He gets better at the song. You know how you play a flute, you're learning, play the flute, it gets better, right? You keep playing. That's the idea, chanting Hare Krishna in association with devotees. Sadhu Sangha gets better. You want to say anything there, Shamaguri? Want to share anything? Go for it if you want.
I'm happy to be up here listening to you, soaking up these transcendental vibrations emanating here. It's so delicious. Prasadam for me. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a new way to have entertainment and fun.
Yeah. But okay. I still watch some TV sometime. Sometimes.
That's okay, no problem.
I still watch a little TV sometimes. But
You watch the news?
yeah, of course. I
Of
watch the
course.
news. Yeah.
Of course. Of course. But the news is it's all programmed. It's all
I
they
know
trying to
that. I
get
know
you
that.
to whatever they're telling you. It's often the opposite or twisted. See, they're trying to twist your feelings into their narrative. They want you to be scared, like the things that the war there, and they tell you all these things, and they're all twisted lies and not always. It's just slanted and everything. So be careful with that. Just don't trust it. Don't believe
I
in the
don't.
bullshit. Yeah. The news is like that. It's anybody with more intelligence do not believe in the news because the news is all programmed to be a certain way. They're all saying the same thing about certain things. They want to they're programming people. Same thing even in movies, they're programming people. I mean, as you
Mm.
develop in consciousness, then you can see these things. You see how the Maya is doing that, and then you're free because you know better. You know, and oh, I see what they're doing. I see what they're trying to do. Krishna gives you protection. Really, it's really amazing. I mean, I don't watch TV because I don't like commercials. But
Yeah.
I watch the movies sometimes, and I'll look. Okay, this is what they're trying to institute in the world, and then I look in the world and I see people acting like that. And I go, oh, see, this is what they're doing. It's good for preaching. I mean, it's like the Prabhupada would read the news and he'd use it for his preaching in
Mm.
doing things. Yeah. So anyway, there's a point where you can see everything has relation to Krishna, even Krishna's Maya, and you can help people make bridges and say, that's why you're doing that. And if you want truth and, that kind of stuff. Okay, great. Oops. Uh, hmm. All right, let's chant a little bit more for a few minutes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. All right. Okay, let's leave it a bit here. Read from Srimad Bhagavatam. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. We're going to read. I feel a little practical today. I don't know. Let's try some of this. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam. Since we're kind of in a demoniac phase of our leadership, let's read about the king of the demons, Hiranyakashipu. Canto 7, and it's chapter 2, Hiranyakashipu, king of the demons. Sri Narada Muni said, "My dear king," oh, Jai Srila Prabhupada, thank you very much. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Narada Muni said, "My dear King Yudhisthira, when Lord Vishnu in the form of Varaha the boar killed Hiranyaksha, Hiranyaksha's brother Hiranyakashipu was extremely angry and began to lament. Filled with rage and biting his lips, Hiranyakashipu gazed at the sky with eyes that blazed in anger, making the whole sky smoky. Thus he began to speak. Exhibiting his terrible teeth and fierce glance and frowning eyebrows, terrible to see, he took up his weapon, trident, and thus began speaking to his associates, the assembled demons. Yeah. Do you notice how nowadays the real mood of these leaders are coming out? You notice that they're becoming very tyrannical. Did you see Biden's speech in the red background, and Benny very. Oh, you didn't see. Anyway, this he had a speech, the latest one of the latest ones, and he speaks very stern, very tyrannical. Yeah, yes, and we're going to conquer our enemies. See the thing. This is the mood, uh, and so as you notice, the demons. People think demons are like some horrible, looking things and all of that. That externally they just look like people. Hiranyakashipu was just looking beautiful, like a nice guy probably, and all that. But he was well schooled in the arts of hypocrisies and lies and politics and all of this stuff. How to gain control over people, Machiavellian philosophies, which is this Hellenian dialectic. These are things: program, reaction, solutions. You create problems, wait for the reactions of the less intelligent people, and then you come in with the solutions you want to gain control over people. Oh, isn't that funny? This is part of understanding things. What they're going. Otherwise, you wonder, why is this happening? Everything that's happening is under these philosophies. These are the demoniac philosophies. That's what they were trying to teach Prahlad in school. These kinds of things I just mentioned, and Prahlad was going, "Yeah, not very interesting to me. I like devotional service." And so he would be preaching devotional service in principle, and they were trying to preach that kind of philosophy to him. And they went to Rani Kashipu and says he's not interested in getting political power and all this stuff. He's not interested in conquering over people like trying to teach. We're trying, because see, they were servants of Hiranyakashipu, you know, and he's not going for it. See, that's devotees. They find a better thing. Say a better thing. And that's why ultimately it wasn't the demigods that saved people. It was the Lord. See, the Lord's transcendental presence. See, the Lord he's a genius. He could figure out how to outsmart the king of the demons. He's smarter than his own Maya. See, that's why the devotees that Prahlad was teaching, just take shelter of the Lord. Yeah, he'll take care of this. He'll take care of you. He'll protect you. See, otherwise you're trying to be protected by the men. People are still men or demigods. Look at Draupadi. Even her husbands couldn't protect her in the end. Remember? Who was the protector? She surrendered to Krishna. What is the lesson of the Bhagavatam? See? Devotional service. Learn to gain the protection of the Lord. See? So Prahlad was teaching. That's why these are eternal principles. These are how to conquer the Lord's Maya, is by surrendering to the transcendental Lord, coming into sadhu sangha, associating with real devotees who have the protection of the Lord. Why do people get protection from Jesus who surrender to Jesus? Well, because Jesus is protected by God, and those who come under his protection are also protected. Same thing, but the thing is, you have to be a devotee. You have to be continuing this line on, even as a Christian. Otherwise, you end up being a hypocrite. You can't really give that protection. You have to have that protection first. So that's the real line. You find that's the bona fide spiritual master. They're protected by the transcendental Lord. That's why Prahlad said, I'm protected because I listened to the words of Narada Muni and I believed in them. I live by them. See? Therefore, I have the Lord's protection. He became ecstatic like Narada Muni was. Narada Muni chants the holy name with great ecstatic devotion, and he became an ecstatic chanter. Right there in the Bhagavad, you can read all these things. Prahlad would be chanting the name of Narayan and feel ecstatic symptoms and crying, laughing. Same thing we got here. See, he's in the real line. Because Narada also was an ecstatic devotee. He became an ecstatic devotee too by believing in the words of Narada Muni, the real path. See how it's always that way. The Bhagavatam is teaching the path. See? But you cannot teach this path if you're under the hypocrisy of Maya. You cannot be a guru and not be like Prahlad Maharaj. To teach the real Bhagavatam, you got to be like Prahlad Maharaj and Shukadev Goswami under the divine protection and influence. You have to be an ecstatic devotee. That's what Lord Caitanya taught. He taught you must come to this point of ecstatic worship of the Lord. That's where it's pleasing. What did Jesus? Same kind of thing. The Holy Spirit, worship in spirit, the Holy Spirit in truth. See, as it is truth, not speculated on for material motives, so I can be guru, so I can be exalted, so I can be worshipped. See, you want to be God. That's demoniac. A lot of people are worshiping demons, even in their religious organizations. That's demoniac. Don't think a demon has to look like they're hypocrites, wolves in sheep's clothing. Where do these sayings come from? From persons like Jesus who could see the deeper thing. Stop worshiping wolves in sheep's clothing. Otherwise, the wolf is going to eat you up, doesn't it? That's why people don't make spiritual advancement. That's why they're chanting Hare Krishna and not being ecstatic like you see devotees here. I don't worship wolves in sheep's clothing. Okay? That's why people need to know. You cannot just see Uttamadikara gives respect to everybody. Oh, it's all Maya. That's part of Krishna's energies. Oh, respectful obeisance. Right. Is that really good for people now? Is that really good that I need that to give the message that you should worship a wolf in sheep's clothing? Is that going to really benefit? Is that message going to benefit a neophyte? Or is it going to just continue to pollute their energy? Because they're worse, they believe that person can teach them and they teach twisted teachings. See, this is the problem. That's why I teach like this. I say, no, don't go to teachers like that now. There's something better. See, you need the clear teaching without material motive. That's what Prabhupada wanted. That's what all acharyas want, that you get the clear teaching, the clear understanding, the logical truth about God and truth and why we're here and why we're suffering, the very clear message. See? But who can do that? See? Bhagavad Gita 10:10. That person like that verse. To those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, I give them real knowledge and real understanding. Okay? And most people are not at that stage. 99.9% are not at that stage. That's why these books are written. That's why they show the example of having a bona fide representative to speak to you, to straighten out your mind, to clarify things, to put it in the right order. Oh yeah, only worship, like Lalita said. She listens good. See, only worship those who have realized Krishna. That is the lesson of Bhagavatam, especially for the neophytes. Otherwise, you will stay on the level of Vaidhi Bhakti and just rules and regulations and the oppression of that. There's oppressors. Most of your leaders that you cannot distinguish are oppressing you. They can't help it. That's their stage. They're materially motivated religionists, even in ISKCON, in all of these groups. Don't believe there's 1,000 self realized enlightened gurus. How can there be? And as soon as you say worship them, you're doing idol worship. Even the Bible says, don't worship idols. Don't worship anything mundane. You got to worship what's transcendental. You got to begin, and when you start to meditate and believe in that which is transcendental and transcendental truth, it stirs the heart because the Lord in your heart loves it. He only loves what's transcendental. He only loves what's of this transcendental potency. Nothing else is lovable in this world. Hey, that's the reason to have a guru. They teach you that. To how to meditate and come to the point of loving what is transcendental, like God. Then you're on the same page with the Lord. Now you can play with the Lord. Vrindavan consciousness. Intimacy. Oh, you're a playmate with the Lord now. See? You like what he likes. He only likes what's transcendental. But if you like hypocrisy, you believe in hypocrisy. He doesn't believe it. You think he believes in his Maya? Do you think he believes in hypocritical, devout gurus? Do you think he believes in those who have not attained the transcendental potency? He doesn't even look. He sends his devotees here to help them, to preach the message of the Bhagavatam, the real message. And whoever will listen, not everybody does. Did the Pharisees listen to Jesus? Not right away. But some did. Look how many people, all the way, it's a generational thing. Look how many people become saints and entered the kingdom of God from faith in a transcendental person. That shows you how important it is, doesn't it? And this is lost in Vaishnavism. They don't have full faith in only transcendental beings. Because if you do, all your sins are forgiven. You start to have transcendental feelings awaken in your heart that purify everything, that nobody knows how to take a shower from within. That's why you heard Shiva doesn't need to take a bath because even Vamsi Das didn't barely ever bathe because he was taking a shower from within. Nobody knows about this kind of shower that comes from within out. See, that's why devotees cry. See, from within, Krishna within is arising in the heart. See, coming out their eyes and they're laughing through their mouth. These are transcendental symptoms. See, that's Guru, man. Now, because we're teaching the truth. Is that the truth, Shamaguri, or am I lying? You
I
worship,
agree.
yeah, that's being as good as God. Why? Because that's because of God. The Lord is saying, yeah, this is my intimate servant. This is my intimate devotee. This is my beloved Son in this world, whom I'm well pleased. Yeah, the Lord's well pleased to express truth in this world and take away the veil of Maya. This is hiding things. This Maya is hiding everything. It's always drawing everybody. Look at the superficial. Look at the superficial. Don't go deep. Don't look deep. Look at only rules. Look at only ceremonies. Look at the fireside. Look at the ghee lamps. Just look at that. That's okay. That's a little better. Now you're drawing a little deep. Now you're doing the form. See, eventually you get the feeling and you realize, oh, that's my heart, man. My heart is that flame. It wants to meet with the Lord and rendezvous with God. Ooh, my tears. Oh, yeah, that's that water in the conch. My eyes are the conch shell, and the water is in there. It's washing the holy names and pastimes of the Lord. See? Oh, I forgot. That was Illuminati. Got to do the two eyes. Perfect sight, two eyes. See, one eye on the spirit, and one eye looking out on that Maya, like a lookout. Look at you, spyglass, spying on Maya. Oh, look what she's doing over there. Hey, you see her? Ah! Yeah, look over here, man.
Hmm.
One eye looking at Krishna, the other eye spying on Maya. Like, oh, there she's working over there. Huh? See, highest truth distinguished from illusion for the welfare of others. That's Guru. That's Bhagavatam. That's got to be living word coming from a mouth, man. Now you're gonna really get it. Otherwise, you're trying to figure it out. Oh, the book. I got the Prabhupada book. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It means this and it means that, and you don't know because you're not been purified. Yeah. By the word that comes from the mouth of the real guru, you can't even understand the song you're singing for 40 friggin' years. Can you imagine? Can't even understand the song every day. Sri Guru Charana Padma, from them ecstatic prema emanates, and you get all these gurus, and no ecstatic prema is emanating. You show me anybody there that you can see ecstatic prema emanating. Show me one person. Yeah, and by their word, ignorance is destroyed. We destroy a lot of ignorance here, man. So much so that people want to run away. They say, "Oh no, I want to hide in my ignorance, man." Don't point these things out. That was my shelter. Ignorance is my shelter. Well, don't come here, man. We get the white glove over there. Ooh, ignorance. Look at that. Let's wipe that. Amy, they are dumbskis. Their minds are numb from watching Fox News and filling themselves with Maya's goodies. Yeah, that. Okay, let's take Fox News. It's all Maya shit. They this is the good guys against the bad guys. The good, and they're trying to pretend to be good guys. And oh, I tell you, it goes deep, man. These demons are so smart, man. They call it controlled. It's a controlled situation. Controlled opposition. Control. That's another thing. They're very wise serpents. Maya's and crafty intelligence. Controlled opposition. They control it because they need a little opposition. Not too much, but not too little. See, just enough to create like a divide and conquer. You cause division, and then you get one side of the population against the other. It weakens everybody because you don't want everybody together. Then you would conquer the real enemy. See, so no, 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 no. Controlled opposition, just a little bit, enough to divide everything, and then the stronger forces, which are these people in charge, come over. See, but the opposition is everybody's. It's inside themselves. They're looking, the good person is looking at the evil outside, you know, and saying, oh, that's evil, that's evil. And the evil people are looking at the good and say, oh, that's bad. We don't like that. We like this. Evil means to be alive. Oh, look at, they believe in God. See, this is the problem.
mm,
This is why we will get some evil people over here and transform them into devotees. You know, because see, the evil people are looking at the good, and the good people are not strong enough in God. See, they don't know God very well, and so they don't have a lot of spiritual strength, and it's kind of their weakness in a sense because they can't really get that strength to do anything, and the evil people are laughing at them because they're strong because of their, you know, leverage in technologies. See, leverage of being in the government and being have controlling positions. And they look at the good people who are not very organized now. You know, they just not very organized. You know, they just, you know, they let all this, the evil, you know, seep in because they couldn't see it. See, you need a lot of power from the Lord to see a lot of stuff going on. You need special eyes. Yeah, so we're in this situation now, see, like this. But what is the solution? See? Some people think the solution is the good people to go in there and team up together and overcome the evil. Well, in Hiranyakashipu's time, they tried that. It didn't work. They were all thrown in prison and or killed. Okay? So the solution so the solution ultimately is the Lord's transcendental potency because it's beneficial for all. It liberates all. It frees everybody. It gives people what they really want, what they're really looking for in their activities. See, the demigods want power. The demons want power. See, they want power over each other. See, the Lord's devotees have power over everything. See? Because the Lord has power over everything. The devotees get power over everything. See? Power over good and evil. Because the Lord has power over good and evil. See, what did God tell Eve and Adam in the garden? Do not eat from the tree of good and evil. See, you eat that fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. That's the kind of knowledge they have, the evil, the demons, and the demigods. They have knowledge of good and evil. They side with one or the other. That creates the sides, but that creates the Maya pastimes. See, you're taking your position in Maya's pastimes. See, so the Lord said, oh, don't do that, otherwise you're going to fall down into that. That's material consciousness. Do not eat a fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. See, you get a special kind of knowledge of being a good guy. And then you look out there, you go against the bad guy. And the bad guy gets a special kind of knowledge and looks out and says, ooh, these are good guys. We don't like them. They're weak. We need to conquer them. See, that's the demon, the good and evil.
mm. And that's going on, fighting each other all over the world.
All over the world. And it goes
Yeah,
on for forever in the material
yeah,
universe. It's always,
yes.
yeah. So the way out is worship in spirit and truth. This way. You know how we do? We chant in ecstasy like this and have these discussions, you know, to help people understand the situation. Without this kind of knowledge, you don't. This is called transcendental knowledge, because then you understand, and then you don't have to participate. See, people are being destroyed because of ignorance and lack of this kind of knowledge. But this is good for everybody. Just like even the people that are in the evil ones, the Illuminatis, they don't think they're evil. They think they're doing for the good. They think, oh, there's too many people. Let's get rid of them. We kind of like that anyway. We like to destroy stuff. They like to do it. And then they build back what they want. Slave camps, you know, it's like this. this. They like to torture people. I mean, that's just what they do. They like to eat children and stuff. You know, what are you going to do? That's what they do, and that's what we're seeing now. You know, they have tunnels everywhere. You know, they've been doing all these things. All this is coming to light. See, awareness.
Mm.
Wow, it's a shock. A lot of people are still they can't. They just so it's so shocking. But a lot of people they when they start to see things, they opt to go out. See, they want to leave this planet because it's like, my God, they can't believe this stuff going on. That's why they sometimes suicide out, or they got to while they're here, they dumb themselves down with drugs and alcohol and or pharmaceuticals. Big thing, pharmaceuticals kind of put you in a zone like a Thorazine zone. You know, my mother used to take that. She was just kind of going around like this. You know, you're not quite really alive. You just kind of, you know, like a zombie type thing.
That's how I felt taking these antidepressiva, and I stopped them now since few weeks already, and I'm
Yeah.
much better.
Oh yeah, and as you know, there's some addiction stuff. But once you get through that, because now you don't need that with this. Here you see why you're depressed. It's just a lot of people are they don't know why exactly. They can't identify it because nobody is reflecting. You're getting all these subliminal programmings, and it makes
Mm.
you feel like really horrible inside. You don't know why. But here, when this is all, you get it out. You don't need this. Now we go into reality. See, the eternal reality, which, you know, how can you be depressed when you're ecstatic? You know, and you're loving God. You know, it just doesn't exist. See, depression is only because you're being oppressed by the Maya. The Maya is very oppressive. You know. Anyway, this should be natural. It's great. It's good you're coming out. You don't need those things anymore. Less and less. Okay, what else we got here? It's watching the news. He was referring when he said, "Throw your TV away. The news is poison." Yeah, it's just they're just trying to control you. I mean, you know, the Maya. And the thing is, you're being controlled by the spiritual potency, because we're that's our nature, man. Our nature is to be controlled, you know. And if you're not good with being controlled by God, then Maya will control you, and she's a miserable master, you know. And she even makes you think that you're the controller. But with God, it's God is in control, but you're also this is that's the reflection. But this, you are also a controller because you're surrendered to the Lord. You're actually feel also like a co-creator, co-pilot with God. You got a friend with you. It's different. You do this with full awareness. And the Lord is like, say, I need you to preach in your sector over here. You and I'm the devotees think I need you to preach. Otherwise, we will not know what to say. We need to do this together. It's called rasa dance, is the meeting of the devotee and the Lord. And then they become inspired. The devotee becomes inspired because of his communion with God, with the true God, with the eternal God. People are inspired by the Maya also. See, we can go both ways. You can be inspired by Maya, but her inspiration is low class, is iron like, and never turns out good. It always ends up being against uh, against nature, you know, against the Lord's nature. It makes you opposed to the transcendental Lord. Nothing good comes from it. Your life becomes increasingly inauspicious. See, this is why you see the goddess of fortune, simply because she has a relationship with Narayan. She's a fortune, goddess of fortune. We make goddesses of fortune. As soon as your relationship is awakened and established in the Lord, All you become a goddess of fortune, a god of fortune in this world. And you bestow good fortune on people. Fortune that they don't even know. Fortune people think is money. Bill Gates and Fauci, you think they're fortunate. People think, oh, you're fortunate because you got so much money. Oh, we'll make you a leader. We'll make you in charge of our what we inject in our bodies, even, especially Bill Gates. But he's not even a doctor. But they think, well, you're just fortunate because you got all these billions of dollars. That makes you a know-it-all. That makes you, we'll put you in charge of our life because you are our good fortune. Because look at all the good fortune you got. See how Maya works? This is Kali Yuga. This is in the Bhagavatam. You can read in 12th canto all about people are putting up as your leaders. People you think, oh, they got great fortune because they got a lot of money. Oh, they got a lot of disciples. They got great fortune. They're really fortunate because of all their big army of disciples or because of their high seats that they're sitting on. Oh, they're obviously our leaders. Oh, they're wearing a really nice silk dhoti with little nice gold rings. Oh, they definitely let us make them our leaders. See, and all you get is misfortune and oppression because they're not really fortunate. Fortunate is a devotee. Fortunate is the Lord came and showed what real good fortune is to chant the holy name with great ecstatic devotion, like many are doing here. That makes you guru for people in the world. You are Bhagavad Gita 10:10 increasingly because you worship the Lord like that verse. You are that living verse. Those who are worshiping the Lord with ecstatic devotion. Let's clarify that. Loving ecstatic devotion, life's ultimate goal, prema bhakti, transcendental mellows. To those who relish transcendental mellows of the name, the fame, the pastimes of the Lord, they have the right understanding. Go to them. They're your gurus. They have real transcendental knowledge, right? You look at the verse carefully, you see what I'm saying is exact. I'm just magnifying and clarifying and showing you the logic of it. And then there's no doubt you find, this is where is a person like this verse? Who knows this verse? Who is this verse? That means God is living in them. I don't care about their dhoti or tilak or this. Is that truth living in them, exuding from them, that loving ecstasy coming from them, that transcendental knowledge and understanding coming from them in line with the verse? That's how you get out.
I have to leave, Gurudev.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah. You see, I've just shared this with people who believe there's something but have always struggled with the concept of God. I hope they give this a go. Yeah. Yeah, people struggle with the concept of God because they don't have clarity. Their ministers, their gurus can't give you a good, clear concept of God because they themselves don't have a clear concept of God. You got to get a clear concept of God by somebody who knows God intimately. Just common sense, right? That's, the whole point of being a guru or a minister is you should know God yourself and commune that. See, that comes from communion so that you can communicate that to others. So you can awaken that revelation also in others. That's why Jesus' work, because he could awaken that revelation in others, because he knew God himself. You see how clear it could be. If you have the right understanding, oh wow, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, he could communicate this Holy Spirit to others because he had that Holy Spirit. He was in communion with God himself. He's an experienced devotee of the Lord. And nowadays, people don't even care about that. They don't even ask the question: is this guru communing with God? Does he know the true God? Can he communicate that true God to me? And what did they get? Oh yeah, yeah, we'll communicate that true God to you. He's a God of rules and regulations, and do these rules and regulations and mandates. Okay, that's something, but still, that's not it. You people, if you really, the Lord came here to show who God really is. Lord Caitanya came here to give that revelation and realization, that communion. See, that inspiration that comes from communing with the true eternal Lord. See, and bring that Lord to this earth. Thy will be done on earth as it is in Vrindavan. Let's bring that God to earth. Let's bring him down to earth. You ever heard that thing? Down to earth, grounded. What do we want to ground here? Transcendental, ecstatic worship of the Lord. Not just rules and regulations of worship of the Lord. That's external bhakti. Hey, Ramananda Roy, tell me something deeper than external bhakti. So that's what we're about here. This is deeper, deeper, deeper. Yes, big chip. Yeah, I don't want to be shaped or formed by misinformation. And that's exactly what they're doing in the world. That's what Maya does. See, and it's all ignorance. Even these elites, they think their crafty knowledge is truth, and they want to shape the world according to their vision, and it's not. It's dystopian. It's distorted. It's ugly. It is very ugly. This transgenderism is ugly. Anybody with any good sense thinks that's really ugly. What do you want to make things where you don't know the genders of people? They want to transform nature. They want to shape nature into their imagination, and they feel they have the power to do it. That is demoniac. That's when the Lord begins to step in. He has to. Who else can rectify the situation? The demon, the demigods become what do you call it? Oppressed and imprisoned by this mode of ignorance out of control. See, so we're part of the solution here. You know? The news perpetuates delusion of mass collective consciousness. Yeah, and that's why there's like a mass psychosis here because what they're believing is like ridiculous. Even anybody uh, 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 with higher intelligence is like, why are you believing this stuff? But they're programmed and losing their good intelligence. They're coming under the demon's influence. Demons are they make people like themselves. They program them to by bad association, by subliminal programmings and all that stuff. Very demoniac. That's the time we're living in. It's a very dangerous time, actually, if you don't have this shelter here. Yeah. See, to rectify all this, you just take shelter of the truth and everything's cool. All right. So whatever happened happened for the good. Whatever is happening for the good. Whatever will happen will also happen for the good. Um, yeah, I mean, okay, that's fine. Um, um, ultimately, the thing is, we're participants in that. We need to also increase our understanding and knowledge. That's why we need to come under the shelter of truth. What is really going on? We need to know, okay, is good and everything, but we need more knowledge than that, more understanding than that. We need to understand, like this. Okay, we're just like, okay, whatever's happening is good, but what about us? What about you? What about me personally? What is life about for me, and you? Oh, I see. I need to come under the shelter of true knowledge. Oh, I'm here. I'm suffering. People are suffering in the world because of lack of understanding their relationship with the Supreme Lord. See, lack of relationship with the Supreme Lord. Uh, that's the problem. See, so otherwise, oh yeah, what is ever happening? So let us just float and let whatever is happening, and all for the good. Yeah, while we're just totally like not understanding our place. Look up to the term loosh. It is the energy that is harvested from the emotional manipulation of humans lost in Maya, constantly imposed. Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah. See, they harvest the emotional energy in the fears and all of that. They actually harvest it like a energy farm. Yeah. Okay, so that's going on. But look, they cannot touch our vibration. They can't. What can they harvest? They don't even. This energy is pure. The energy you get from pure worship of the Lord, it's pure. It's enlivening. There's no material fear in it. It's spiritual. It's one. It keeps you in love and bold and truthful and happy. So that that vibration doesn't affect those who are like that. It only affects those who don't have this vibration, who are not under this shelter of this vibration. That's why sadhu sangha is so important. You come under the shelter of this vibration. With people vibrating like this, and this gives you that shelter. You get respite. You find rest in this. You find purification. You find spiritual growth in this. See, otherwise you're in that garden over there of fear. You're in a garden of fear, and that's the garden there. See, this is a garden of bliss and ecstasy and truth. That's a garden of illusion and ignorance and fear and what do you call it? Uncertainty. All kinds of. This is just, and it's really bad now. It's getting worse and worse if you're under that. This is get. You see, for us, it's getting better and better and better. This is hope for the world. I mean, this is why I say this is a great time for preaching, because why wouldn't you want this? Why wouldn't you want to, not have to take drugs to be happy or to get through it? Why would you want to be in a place where you're thinking of suicide? You know how many people thinking of suicide now? Lots. People, you hear stories. One guy is many of that were in the army, or yeah, Marines and stuff like this, and these are good. They Many of them have committed suicide because they don't want to be around this anymore. But it's unfortunate for people. If they would make this connection, they would have hope. They would have something to live for. This is to live. You can grow even in these conditions. But you need to be in a society like this. Lord Caitanya started the society like this. See, a society under the banner of truth, under the shelter of truth, under the shelter of ecstatic feelings and worship of that truth. See, and it can even grow in these kinds of conditions because we're an example of that. Depends on your position. Okay. Can be all friendly. Those who experience the mellows is not really interested in lower things. Yeah, I mean, the mellows of worshiping the Lord give great ecstatic feelings that are beyond even human. This is our scriptures are written by those kinds of persons. Even in the Bible, you see, like Isaiah, he was madly in communion with God, and these are scriptures coming from those beings. We worship intelligent people worship these things. You say they come from higher consciousness of those who are in communion with God. That's how it is. And highly pious people, they worship scriptures written by ecstatic devotees. Could you imagine you get the association of living ecstatic devotees, not just the scriptures? See, that's the thing. A lot of people, like even people that, like in ISKCON or Gaudiya, no, yeah, all these things, ISKCON, Gaudiya Smiti, Gaudiya Ma, they believe in these scriptures. They worship them. But these, oh, not but, and the scriptures say, like Srimad Prabhupada's books, they were written by an ecstatic devotee like him, but he did it in his room, not with everybody. He didn't advertise this ecstasy, but they're written by an ecstatic devotee who chanted the holy name in ecstasy. Can you imagine having those scriptures preached by an ecstatic devotee? Can you see the more power in that? Do you see why things work more fast here? Why people get liberated here so quickly? Because you not only speculating on what Prabhupada said and meant, because you speculate because you don't have ecstatic feelings yet. But you get these books that are written by ecstatic devotees, preached by an ecstatic devotee. The result of this prema is going to be transferred into your heart, and you're going to become a liberated soul also very quickly. Can you see the logic in that? Can you see they don't preach that as Ritvix? They think, no, no, just give me Prabhupada's books. Can you imagine? They say, oh, yeah, I just want to read Prabhupada's books. And they're not ecstatic devotees. They're not worshiping the Lord with transcendental mellows and loving ecstasy and prema. And they think, oh, no, no, there's a person out there doing that. We don't want to go to them. We're going to do it our way. Is that intelligent? No, that's less intelligent. It's not very smart at all. And then they'll say, well, we don't believe in your ecstasy. Well, that's too bad for you. See, we prove this ecstasy is real because I take Prabhupada's books and I explain them in the way that the Ritvik can understand. Or they could if they would listen. In the way these living dead gurus, they're dead to me unless you have ecstatic prema and then preaching these books, you get a more of a dead what do they call it, dead cat bounce. It doesn't do anything. Not well, maybe something, but not much. You need you need the ecstatic devotees. That's what they did with Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami. All the Goswamis wrote these books in Vrindavan. That was they were empowered to do that. See, this is where they're wrong. Narayan Raj was wrong. I'll tell you directly, he was wrong. And I'll tell you why, because he didn't give you the complete He said, well, you see, we follow Rupa Goswami. We didn't know shows. We don't show you this ecstasy because Rupa Goswami didn't. You guys, if you're intelligent, you Narayan Raj, listen here. We'll just deepen the understanding, complete it. No, no, you see, Rupa Goswami didn't show. Raghunath Das didn't show. They were more private. So they think. But who did show? The preachers. See, like Prabhupada didn't show so much, right? He wrote the books, right? Like the Goswamis wrote the books. But who showed? Ah, Nartam showed. Shamananda showed. Shamananda, Nartam, and the other guy. There were three. They went out and they preached those books in ecstasy. You can read about it. They went through the villages ecstatically chanting, Narottam, tears pouring out of his eyes. People all looking. They didn't even know Narottam, but they look, wow, look at these tears coming out of his eyes. And they preached these verses and these things that we're preaching here. The glories of ecstatic love. Oh yeah, come into this ecstatic sangha here. Come, he made disciples. The disciples came. They became very quickly ecstatic. They heard deep topics like this. It's always the same. We have a revival of that now. You see how? Yeah, there has to be preach. You have to be show. You have to show this kind of worship. Otherwise, you're showing some other kind of worship. That's why you see in the all the groups, Narayan Raj, Gaudiya Math, and ISKCON, what are they showing? What they got to show something. They say, some of them say, oh, we have this ecstasy, like the Narayan Raj group. Oh, we have these ecstasy. But what are they showing you? Rules, regulations, ceremonies. So everybody thinks that's what Krishna consciousness is about. It's another generation of the external show, rules, and this other stuff we're supposed to keep within. Okay? That is not the full example. The full example is, okay, these beings write the books, but who's going to preach them in ecstasy that they are and show this is how to read these books. These are how to chant the holy name. This is the result of chanting the holy name. This is the result of being an association of an ecstatic chanter. They don't teach these things. None of them. Except here. Don't I tell you, hey man, you come into this associate and chant with ecstatic devotees, and you're going to become ecstatic like that. You become a liberated soul like those ecstatic devotees. They don't preach that in ISKCON because you never see the gurus chanting in ecstasy, tears pouring out of their eyes and laughing like madmen and women, relishing the names of God. You don't see that. Therefore, you don't see that result. And people don't even care about it now. They don't even see that as important, even though they're worshiping books all about beings like that in bygone days. They don't know that that's what it's all about, is to get to that position of becoming an ecstatic chanter like Lord Caitanya, his followers, like Lord Nityananda and his followers, like Lord Advaita and his real followers, not the false ones. The false ones don't chant in ecstasy. They teach about, Krishna consciousness is all about renunciation. It's about austerities. It's about doing rules and regulations and ceremonies. That's what Krishna is all about. Varnashram Dharma, it's all about. Not about that at all, really. That's for very big beginners, very beginners. Who's ready to move on? See, Bhagavatam was written from Veda Vyas. Veda Vyas, see, everybody's doing the rules, regulations in these religious groups, right? Rules, ceremonies, and all that. And Bhagavatam was born of him feeling unhappy in his heart, teaching rules, regulations, and all. He was ready to move on. Who's ready to move on out there? Are you ready to hear the real Bhagavatam, which begins at that stage? Or are you going to think, Bhagavatam is all about, and Krishna consciousness is all about just eternally following rules, external bhakti, rules, regulations, and ceremonies, and fire sacrifices, and the ghee lamp, it's all about just the water and the conch. It's not about your eye sockets becoming the conch and water pouring out of there over the name of God. You don't need to carry the big, heavy deity around. All you need is the deity and the name. and the pastimes and the qualities of God, and pour water, the eye socket water over that. Yeah, like Lolita doing her classes like that. Or any devotees here chanting the holy name in ecstasy and pouring water over the deities. The Lord is looking for that kind of worship, my friends and so called enemies. He's good for both of you, friends and so called enemies. Krishna consciousness is about, if anybody's ready for the truth, you ready for the birds and the bees? Krishna consciousness is all about becoming conscious of Krishna, and you need prema to do that. No prema, you're not really, you're just external. Krishna, 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 that's it. There's no real hare in you yet awakened. You need the hare, you need the devotion awakened, and then Krishna's name is really awesome. Yeah, get the computer tissue and completely twist it up like a pretzel. Yeah, this problem reaction solution is just basically that's the Hellenian dialectic. It's actually a philosophy. These are all demoniac philosophies. There's so many demoniac philosophies. You know, how to control the people, how to gain control. This is demons, they like these things. They like to conquer, they like the power over people. That's what they do. See, with devotees, the most they can get is power over their bodies, right? Not power over their minds. Their minds are fixed in the truth. That's why I can look at TV now. I can look at all these movies and I look at them and I see, oh, the Lord is, I see the demons know what they're doing. Why wouldn't I know what they're doing? Right? The demons know why they're putting the TV on there. Why wouldn't the Lord show me why? If they know, I know even better because I know the purpose of all of that. They think the purpose is to gain control because they're gods. That's an illusion. They're under illusion. They think there's no God in control. You could read Bhagavad Gita. The demon's mentality is just like they says in Bhagavad Gita. They believe that everything is created by sex desire, by having that, and then everything just kind of happens, and they feel that there is no God in control. We're gods. We're here to control. You can listen. You can listen to Klaus Schwab. He'll tell you all that. He just, yeah, we're actually, there's no God. No, we're gods. And his protege. Yeah, we're here to shape reality. No, God, nature. No, we're here to shape reality. We're here to slice your DNA and make all kinds of crazy things from that. See, that's trying to imitate God. They're not happy with the way God has already created this. See, this is called demoniac, and why the demons are placed into lower and lower species of life because you become so bewildered, like just more and more bewildered. You become like a snake. Literally, you get snake form. They actually haven't. The snakes are. That's why you see the reptiles. They say they have intelligence. They do, but they're very cold. They have no empathy. A lot of people think they're the ones, controlling these kind of as reptilian types. Well, the Bhagavatam speaks about that. In the lower planets, there's these serpent type persons there controlling. And all that's coming to light. It's kind of, Krishna's showing us so many things now. Yeah. That's why a lot of people will go crazy if they cannot, they're too shocked by what they people, all this stuff has been going on underneath. See, in the hidden, and now it's coming out to light, and it could be really shocking. Really, the only reason I'm not shocked, I just find it amazing. I find it interesting. I thought, wow, how your Maya is working. See that devotee, you get protection like that. Devotees sometimes they think, oh, Krishna's Maya, how it works, very interesting. You kind of, like the elites, they're watching the show, but they don't get to see from the perspective of a devotee. They get a devotee has another perspective. They see how the Maya works, but it's not that interesting. It's kind of like maybe for a while, you look at how God's working in the world, how his Maya is working, but then, chanting is much more interesting. The spiritual potency is much more interesting. You get more and more interested in that. Better get out of the matrix of the mind in this life. Yeah, and this is this matrix idea is a good one. This is how you get out of the matrix. You get the truth. Truth will set you free of this matrix of people controlling you by way of your identification with the mind. See, devotees don't identify with the mind as their master. Their mind is controlled by being meditating not on material words, material ideas, material conceptions, slanted conceptions, and formed by demons and demoniac beings who are this is the Lord's Maya, illusory energy. See, so you get out of that matrix of something being shaped by these higher powers in Maya. See, like the demons and the demigods, things being shaped there by their speculations. See, you get free of that matrix by meditating on what is transcendental. See, the words, the knowledge of God, His words, His names, His pastimes. And the mind goes there. The mind is attracted like there. And see, then it gives you power over this good and evil. Okay, I think that's enough talking for me. Give us a word there, River.
Yeah, Marge, everything that you say about the demons and how they've been manipulating us for such a long time, it is actually quite shocking. But anything goes with them. Nothing is actually surprising of what they do. How evil it can be because anything actually goes with them. It's really wow. Being here, actually being here, because I've known about it for a while, but now
Yeah,
hearing it from you and hearing it, matching it up with the scriptures and how and having the shelter, hearing it deeply, you can really understand that it's going on, and you can put the dots together. Like they show you in the films, they show you what's going off, but they blame the public. They hide everything about who they are and what they're doing. They hide as well, actually, quite a lot. And but here, with the scriptures and how you talk about it, that's our shelter, that's our protection, that's our rest, that's our real knowledge, that's our true knowledge. And here we get everything. Thank you very much, Srila
yeah,
Maharaj, for
yeah.
being here
Yeah,
for us.
yeah. Here, let me just say before I forget. Yeah,
Okay.
here you get neutral on the situation instead of see the demons and demigods are functioning. Hate polarizes them. They hate each other. See, anger, hate keeps this thing going. Here, when you understand things as it is, you become neutral about that. You see without being hated, or you're not attracted or you're repulsed by it. It's part of the Lord's energies. Okay? And that's good because then you're free. It's hating each other. When you hate others, it attracts you to do the dance. Then you cause a reaction in them. Oh, this person hates me. Okay? So, yeah. So you go neutral more by this transcendental knowledge. Okay, go ahead. Wait, I'm sorry.
like what you just said, it's kind of over my head because I've known the things that they do and the things that they've been doing for such a long time. It's like neutral. You're kind of neutral. They're playing their part. They're doing what they're doing. We're learning what we're learning through what they're doing. You know, it's bringing us closest to the Lord because of what they're doing, and it's about all of us. You know, it's about all of us. It's not just them and us. It's about all of us. You know, I like that about what you say. You know, shoot for the rhinoceros and bring the whole lot um, to Vrindavan. It's really great. I've been able to grow here. And, I've been able to grow here under your shelter and really come through that, because a lot of people in the Freeman, they'd be like, well, them and you, it's them and us,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
them and us, whereas they don't see their own, you know, what is in them, what is laying within them. So it becomes that them and us, and it's trying to looking at what they try to do to try and fight this.
yeah,
It doesn't work. It
yeah,
doesn't work. It's a huge distraction. It's a huge distraction when all that we have to do is just come here and just sit here and listen to you and just receive this vibration.
yeah,
Vibration.
yeah,
It fixes everything, actually.
yeah, yeah,
It really fixes everything because it's transcending us from all of our troubles again and again. Sometimes we can get there again. It just keeps doing that, and I just keep on this path, keep going, keep hearing, keep being in this place. And yeah, absolutely, real true shelter and protection. You know, you hold this space for us to be able to be here and actually grow. We cannot grow without this shelter, Maharaj. We cannot go
yeah,
through our comfort zones without this shelter. We
yeah,
really
yeah,
can't. This is just, and yeah, being born in spirit. Thank you very much. Being born in spirit and being able to let things go and
yeah.
keep the moving, because we are spirit. You know, we're not
Yeah,
these things.
it's see, everything is reconciled in the truth. See, this is the problem. Everybody has partial understandings, and creates a, like ignorance and illusory relations. And so, but when we have the truth, so like Srimad Bhagavatam is a representation of the truth. So everything is so like people say everything is reconciled in God. But then who is God? Well, God is the truth. See, the true conception of things as it is. And Maya, there's a truth about Maya. See, but you'll have to be in the full truth to understand that. See, and then it fits, and then you lose the hatred for these things. Why would you want to hate? I mean, hating a shadow is like, why would you do? Do you hate your shadow? You think, no, it's just my shadow, but people don't know it's a shadow. See, they, they're dealing with shadows, and they hate the shadow, because they're lacking real knowledge. So everything, if people do come to sadhu sangha, you come here, whether you're you're in the world, you can reconcile everything in the truth. You're in ISKCON or Gaudiya Mata, Gaudiya Me, you can reconcile all that in the truth that we're preaching in the real Bhagavatam. See? You're say part of the Illuminati. Well, you can reconcile all of that in the truth. You'll understand. Oh, wow! I was going after power, and I didn't know I could get power in another way, the more pure way, in a way that is win-win for everybody. I thought I had to conquer people to get power. See, this is the thing. It's just misunderstanding. Everything in this world is dark and full of shadows and misunderstandings. Even the demons and the demigods. They all need this. This is, see, highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for who? The welfare of everyone. It means everyone, you know? That's why you've seen whenever there's preaching here in this world, bad people come, and sometimes good. I mean, often more good people, and bad people do come too. Lord Chaitanya, he transformed bad people and good people. Nityananda, bad people and good people. More so him, Nityananda, because Nityananda was doing a little trick in his later pastimes for these he considered this. People don't understand this. He considered the most fallen were often the student community. They usually want to run away from the Krishna conscious movement. And he said they were farther away simply because they didn't accept him or his devotees. And that's what it's all about, is just to accept the association of those who come here to deliver the world. Deliver you out of this illusion of what do you call it? Hating the good and the bad. Hating good people or hating bad people or vice versa, and doing this dance of hatred and anger. Sometimes even the anger of a devotee is misunderstood, because their anger is meant to set people free. It's not like the anger of people in the Maya. See, their anger is like it sets people free. That's that loud lion-like roar of Lord Caitanya. It blows away the elephantine offenses. See, so often anger of a devotee is misunderstood. It's actually the Lord inspires that to free people. Just like look at Nishingadev's anger. Didn't it freed the whole universe from that situation, didn't it? He came in very fear. Even the demigods were shaken because only Prahlad, he was such a deep devotee, he had no fear of Nishingadev and that loud roar. Even the roaring here gets a lot of the people in the goodness. They really the good people. Oh, if you got too much of that in here, you don't like the roars here. But if you got more transcendental in you, you like it. It's like, whoa, this is amazing. Oh, I got a lot of comments here. I'll read them later, I think. Okay. Boy, a lot of comments, man. Jeez. Look at all these things. See, this is good. This is get you people, it gets you, make you think deeply. It's important, actually. Think about our situation. Think about life, what's going on, how it's going on. It's very practical. See, this is the content that the world needs. We need actually to go mainstream. People need to purify their consciousness by seeing a content that comes from a deeper level. The voice too, even because when I listen to the voices, it's like people out there, the content they transmit, and it's just it doesn't make me feel good. It's like, yeah. But this, here it's like Prabhupada's preaching. He would preach about the world and this, but you're hearing it from a transcendental person, connecting everything. And the voice is different because of ecstatic worship. And so you get purified just by hearing, because it's interesting. I mean, it's interesting to hear. That's what I didn't like when I was in the Gaudiya Samiti and the Radha Kumbha. It's all this Radhe. I couldn't feel the practicality of it, It's like all up there in their ideas. But Prabhupada's books, I always like. It's like, wow, he's really like solid, Yeah, I even like, like when I do classes, often I like to do the purports on his purports, just get that thing and then discuss them more, Very
It brings it
interesting.
alive when you do that.
Yeah,
When you do
life
that,
is real.
it brings it
Yeah,
alive.
yeah,
Life to life, spirit to spirit, Maharaj.
yeah.
Just brings it alive.
Connects
And
it.
it's
You feel real, feels solid, man. Like, wow, there is a God, man. There is real knowledge. Yeah. Wow, this is inspiring.
it's better here, to like Maya, she pushes us. Sometimes she pushes us kind of out of our comfort zones. And it kind of makes you sit back and look at what you're doing. It makes you reflect and contemplate. You kind of feel lost and a bit illusion. But here, that is not great. But here, when you speak these words, we are lifted. It makes us think deeply. It makes us really understand what you're saying. And it pushes us. It does
Mm,
push us through our comfort zones. But as we're moving through our comfort zones, we're held. We're held at the same time. With Maya
ah,
Devi, she just goes whoosh, and
yeah,
that's
yeah,
it. You're on your own. you're on your own. But here
Yeah,
it's really it brings everything to the surface, Maharaj. Thank you for
yeah,
that.
yeah. Well, you see, when you listen to people that are not self-realized, then you get their energy, and whatever their consciousness is, you're listening, and so that's just how the world. It's your God. It's so. How do you feel when you listen to different people? You know, um, are you being uplifted, or are you being kind of like putting in this washing machine of good and bad, and I hate these people? See, that's the demons are doing that. Demons are programming people to hate each other. See, cause division. That's how they can conquer. Because when you're together, you're stronger.
Yep.
See, we're operating a little bit different, though. See, where our strength comes, we don't need to get strength from all these, like people, dividing so that we can conquer them. You know, we we get strength from tapping into the source. There's unlimited strength there. This is what he's trying to show the world. People trying to, you know, they're afraid of resources being limited resources and everything. When God is your resource, everything expands. Everything. This is the thing. People don't know that. There's tapping into this consciousness, which is possible for everybody. Everybody has got the equipment to do that. We have our system. So by chanting and in this associate, we start connecting to the source of all life and energy and everything. It's unlimited. And then everything automatically just kind of, just organically. You can live like in the garden here, because it becomes a garden. It becomes Vrindavan. It becomes beautiful. It becomes, this is the Lord's creation, man. And you just go and sing the Lord's name. That's the more and more like Lord Caitanya. That's what I find. I just love it. Just come here, put my little music on, and sing the name of God, and just relish communion. Just bring that forth to the world. The happiness of just simply community, playing with the Lord, and serving the Lord's name like this. Bestowing auspiciousness upon the world just by communing with God. We need more workers like this here. Experienced devotees. So you got to trust the brother. You come in this way, and you become very quickly like that, doing the highest welfare work. Our devotees. It's the highest. There's nothing higher than that. A person can build 10,000 hospitals, and one simple devotee chanting the holy name in ecstasy is actually doing the deeper thing. See? Because one devotee is saving souls, awakening souls out of Maya. Hospitals save bodies, but the Lord, you can save lots of bodies. Okay, that's some service, and that's great, and people feel good about that. But how happy the Lord is, you liberate one soul from his Maya. Oh, think about it. You liberate one soul from the illusion, and look how many we've already liberated. I feel like one of those American Indians. Every soldier they conquered, and they put a feather in their cap, in their hat. I feel like he's putting a lot of feathers up there. Ooh, we liberated another soul, another feather, man. See, Maya does a similar thing. The people. That's why they like to do it. One guy, they would mark their body, every person they killed. See, every demons we kill here, I like to also mark my body. I got another mark. I got marks all. Look at all the Maya we've killed, man. Look at all we destroyed. Look how many devotees we've made. Look how many liberated souls we're making here. Ooh. See, everything is moved over to the spirit. See, you don't lose anything. You become a terminator. You become, hey, come with us if you want to live. It's true what I say. It's like you don't see there's a spiritual body here looking. See, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's got this strong body, like you want to live physically, you come with me, otherwise you're going to die. Okay, you don't know what's under this fat guy here. This fat guy here has got a buff spirit body, man. He says the same thing. You come with us if you want to live spiritually, because that's real, man. That's eternal. If you want to live bodily, go with Schwarzenegger, and then you're going to die anyway. Here you come. We got a very strong spirit here, man. You come here, we'll awaken yours and get it strong. If you come with us, if you want to live. See, live life. What is life? Is in the spirit, not this. Yeah, everybody's trying to prepare. Go out there and prepare for the apocalypse and all that stuff. And I'm saying, yeah, prepare. Come here and prepare. Come regularly and prepare. Yeah. It's best preparation, even if you don't get anything. But you come here, you prepare here, you'll be more prepared than these guys they're stocked up in their bunkers. You'll be more prepared than the elites on their islands. They're thinking, oh, we're going to go to the safety on the islands. You're more prepared than them. Isn't this a great place? For everybody can prepare. A lot of people are poor. They can't stock up on this or that. They can't go anywhere. You come here, you prepare. Come here if you want to live spiritly. You want to prepare for this. You'll be liberated eternally. That's the main thing. You'll get more than these elites, more than Trump on their islands. They think, oh, when this is coming down, we're going to be safe. You ain't safe. You're safer here. Safety is here. Safety is in awakening your true nature, which is a devotee of the transcendental God. And we'll teach you all about God in transcendence. Not some guy, God in this pie in the sky God that you don't know. You'll know this Lord. You'll feel this Lord. That's the come here, we'll give you a good bite of the true Lord, man. You sink your teeth into God, man.
Bite me.
Chewing Krishna, Hare, Hare. That's you want to experience an encounter with the Lord, man. Come here. No, God. Some hypocrite telling you these gurus, God, Krishna. Where's your Krishna? Let me see what he looks like. Oh, we don't show nothing. We show you rules and regulations. We oppressors. We oppress you. We're wolves in sheep's clothing. Grave point found you out, man.
Absolutely.
Come here and get the real God. Feel God, man. Feel this relationship. Eternal, man. You notice every day we get to show this relationship, show the truth, show the ecstasy, relish the ecstasy, relish the truth. Free the souls who come into this. Just bring you right into the door is the truth, man. The door is this ecstatic worship. The door are the devotees. We are encountering God. Anybody want to encounter God? Or you want him to be some lofty ideal that you don't understand?
Real.
You just want to say the name God or Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yeah, what's that like, man? Well, I just did my rounds. I did my duty. That's what it's like. Well, it's okay. You ready to learn what the hare part, the feeling for the name, to the point of tears and all these other goodies? Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Till we meet again.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you very much. Thank you, devotees.
Yes. Thank you all for coming, my friends.